Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, December 27th. A warm and wet start to the work week here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Most areas experiencing temperatures in the 50s with some shower activity. Cold frontal system is working its way through the I-95 corridor. It'll push off the East Coast this afternoon, allowing for the return of some sunshine. Then it turns colder tonight, noticeably colder tomorrow compared to today. And then some moisture pushes into the Mid-Atlantic region with the next cold frontal system by early Thursday. That could actually set the stage for some snow, especially north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, as low pressure forms along that next cold frontal system. In fact, that low pressure will ultimately become a major snowstorm producer for much of interior New England during the day on Thursday. There can even be some snow accumulations in portions of eastern Pennsylvania, interior New Jersey, and southern New York during the day on Thursday. And following that storm, a cold blast will arrive in the eastern states on Friday, riding in on strong northwest winds. It could even be some snow shower activity, especially north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, that makes it all the way from the Great Lakes to the immediate I-95 corridor. Well, let's take a look at the latest radar loop. Showers this morning will fade away by the midday hours, and again, there can be some sunshine returning this afternoon. Here we see another band of showers extending from northern Maryland across south central Pennsylvania. That'll cut on through the I-95 corridor over the next couple of hours. Much of the activity is already winding down in the I-95 corridor. Certainly can be another couple of showers or two, and again, some clearing expected this afternoon. A warm day. High temperatures way up in the 50s in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor, but it'll turn noticeably colder tonight and Wednesday. Well, let's focus in on this snow threat coming early Thursday in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, primarily north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. Let's first take a look at the upper level pattern. This is the 500 millibar height anomaly chart for this evening from last night's Zero-Z GFS ensemble run. Notice lots of oranges here in the eastern U.S., especially centered out over the south central U.S. Basically higher pressure than normal in the upper part of the atmosphere, with a deep upper level trough dropping into the the northwestern part of the country. Let's now jump ahead to Thursday night and look at the dramatic difference in the upper air pattern come Thursday night. Well, here we go. This is the forecast map from the ensemble run of the GFS last night for Thursday night. Look at that deep upper level trough diving into the northeastern part of the country. Cold frontal system, we'll see low pressure forming along that cold frontal system. It'll intensify rapidly with this deep upper level low moving in. Colder air will actually be filtering in during the day on Thursday as precipitation breaks out. And again, ultimately, low pressure becomes a major snow producer for much of interior New England and can even produce some accumulating snow north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border during the day on Thursday. We'll focus in on this over the next several minutes. Well, let's walk through the surface forecast maps from last night's GFS model run. This is the forecast for this evening, Tuesday evening. Cold frontal system right here, causing some shower activity in the I-95 corridor right now, pushes south and east over the next several hours. Some clearing this afternoon, and it turns colder. The winds will pick up out of the northwest, and it'll turn noticeably colder tonight and especially on the day Wednesday. Let's now jump ahead another 12 hours. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning. High pressure in control here on Wednesday, and certainly colder. 50s today, well up in the 50s, maybe even 60 plus degrees in the D.C. metro region during the midday hours today, but noticeably colder tonight and tomorrow. High temperatures confined to the 40s on Wednesday. Now here's the forecast map for tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Notice right here in south central Canada, this is a surface low pressure area. Frontal system kind of extending out from this low pressure area. All of this is associated with a deepening upper level trough, what we saw a few minutes ago. That drops into the northeastern part of the country on Thursday. Low pressure will intensify rapidly along a cold frontal system. So at the same time colder air is filtering in to the I-95 corridor, low pressure will intensify rapidly, and again leading to a major snowstorm in New England and even some possible accumulating snow across eastern Pennsylvania, interior New Jersey, and southern New York. And here's the forecast map for early Thursday morning. Notice the moisture already pushing into the southeastern part of Pennsylvania. And this blue line right here represents the freezing line at 850 millibars in the lower part of the atmosphere. Tends to be a good correlation with the rain-snow line here. And again, primarily the threat for accumulating snow on Thursday morning is for areas north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, pretty much along this 0-degree isotherm at 850 millibars here. But let's now jump ahead 6 hours to early Thursday afternoon. And here we go. Early Thursday afternoon, last night's GFS has kind of an interesting setup. A lot more precipitation, first of all, dumped out by the model here, and at the same time colder air is actually filtering in from the northwest. So there will be an interesting period Thursday morning with intensifying low pressure along this cold frontal boundary zone. So more precipitation as that colder air filters in could lead to some accumulating snow Thursday morning, especially north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border in places like eastern Pennsylvania, interior New Jersey, and southern New York to the north and west of New York City, and ultimately a major snowstorm for New England. Following the passage of this storm and cold frontal system later Thursday, much colder air pours into the area Thursday night and Friday on strong northwest winds. It could be some snow showers on Friday with temperatures confined to the 30s. Those snow showers could extend from the Great Lakes all the way to the eastern coastline, especially north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border across central and northern New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, New York City region, for example. So very warm and wet to start the new work week, but colder air will return, and there is a threat for snow, at least for portions of the Mid-Atlantic region later this week. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist